Let's talk about Tai Chi and Qigong. It's very common these days for people to come in and say that their doctor recommended Tai Chi, and for any numerous of reasons, better balance, better strength, better recovery, better breath work, nervous system regulation. But it's still not quite common knowledge how these arts are trained or the details of them. And Qigong and its relation to Tai Chi are also not very well known. So Qigong and Tai Chi are both from China. They're both physical practices that have been practiced together more often than when practiced separately. And so when we look at them, it's really important to understand that a lot of people are practicing Tai Chi and Qigong. And so understanding how to get the best and most out of both of those practices is really what we're after. And so let's first look at Tai Chi, because it's the most popular. And it's the one that today is most associated with health benefits, right? In Tai Chi, for Tai Chi, I joke it's like Windex in the Big Fat Greek Wedding. You know, you just spritz some Windex on it. Whatever problem you got, just put a little Tai Chi on it, and you're probably gonna feel a little bit better, okay? But it didn't always be just for health. Its roots are as a martial art. And so a lot of the training, the history, the culture around Tai Chi still has that. How did it end up being for health? Well, you notice that these people are very healthy, they're very robust, they're staying healthy for a long period of time and still able to take care of themselves physically. So it became popular and people started practicing it for other reasons besides the martial efficacy. And so people started practicing it for other reasons, and it changed a little bit, and that's okay. Now, Qigong has always been for health or internal personal development. As a practice, Qigong is considered the zenith almost of Chinese physical and energetics, because it's been around for so long and has permeated so many different types of practices in China. Martial artists practice Qigong. Qigong is associated with Buddhist religion, Taoist religion. There's health Qigong, medical Qigong, spiritual Qigong. There's Qigong in all different aspects of Chinese culture almost within the physical and energetic practices thereof. And so they're enmeshed together. Now, my teacher always told me that you can practice Tai Chi like Qigong, but you can't practice Qigong like Tai Chi. And so to explain what that means in a really simple way is that in Tai Chi, because it's a martial art, its roots are moving something outside the body. When I push with my hands, I'm practicing to push something. When I lift my arms in Tai Chi, I'm practicing to lift something with my arms. In Qigong, that's not this case. When I am pushing with my arms in Qigong, I am just simply pushing my arms. When I lift my arms in Qigong, I am just lifting my arms. I try to keep my awareness of what I'm doing contained within my own space, which is different somatically and sensory-wise than if I'm always thinking push out or press out or hit out. It's different. And if you're training them together and you know the methodology, you know how to work them together, then you're gonna get the best out of both worlds. Because in your Tai Chi, you can focus in the specific areas you need to. How is my body making these larger movements? How am I working together to press, to push, to focus how I am maintaining this space? And then in Qigong, you can work a lot deeper, looking in how am I breathing, how are my ribs functioning, how are the smaller parts of my anatomy and movement coming together to help the larger things that I'm trying to do with my practice. And so here in our school, our lineages and my teachers have always practiced things very interwoven, and knowing how to get the best out of each, how to focus your Tai Chi where you're gonna get that Tai Chi strength, and your Qigong where you're gonna get the Qigong strength, and put it all together, which is what we're after, right? So when we practice our Tai Chi, when we practice our Qigong, what really matters is just putting your awareness, relaxing into the practice, and letting the root and intention of the practice guide you. So that's a little bit of how we put Tai Chi and Qigong together here at our school. So I look forward to seeing you in class. Check out our other videos where we talk a little bit more about Tai Chi, how we practice it, the different energies, and yeah, see you in class.